Hey everybody, Tom Olson here from Good Success, and today I'm going to talk about masterminds. What are they? Where did they come from? And why is it important to you? I believe that once you find the mastermind that's a fit for you, it is going to change your life forever. So I really just kind of want to dive into kind of what I think a mastermind is, what to expect, where they came from, and I hope it helps you today. So first of all, where did masterminds come from? The book Think and Grow Rich is a book that I recommend to everybody. It's in my top 50. It's a book that I probably read about every 4 or 5 years just to kind of reread it again and to kind of go over the different principles that he teaches in the book, The Think and Grow Rich. So one of the things in the Think and Grow Rich he talks about is the power of the mastermind. And a mastermind is pretty much a group of people, a board of advisors that you put in your life that you meet on a regular basis, and you kind of talk about things and you're vulnerable and you give yourself an opportunity to have the board of advisors. I believe the best masterminds that I've been a part of over the years have been masterminds in which everybody that comes, they go to the meeting prepared with a presentation that just kind of answers these 7 questions. And these are the 7 questions, these are the 7 steps that we want all the members of the Good Success Mastermind to be able to come prepared, ready to talk about. So the first one is who they are. Pretty simple, right? Who you are. That who you are question might have some background. Sometimes you have to be able to explain to people where you came from or your background or kind of what got you to where you are today. What you do is a second question. So what do you do and where you do it at? It's pretty simple. I mean, these things aren't really hard, but for real estate, that might mean that you're a fix and flipper or you're a long-term hold guy or you're a lender or you are a service provider or whatever that case is. In business, you might have a car shop. You might do technology. You might help investors with their technology. You might sell insurance. You might do whatever. That's what you do. And where you do it, just physical location. It's not really hard. It's not that big of a deal. The powerful masterminds that I've been to that I like also have an element of why you do what you do. I think you ought to be always focused on why you do what you do, especially in the Good Success Mastermind. This is like the purpose why I created the Good Success Mastermind, was because I saw a lot of different groups out there just talking about all the things that they do and just trying to teach people and just trying to make it more of a lecture instead of being really vulnerable and trying to tell people, hey, this is why I do what I do. This is the goal I'm trying to achieve of my life. And this is why I think I was placed on this earth. So I think why you do what you do is very important in that presentation. I think the next part is kind of a share. So I think masterminds are about growth, and they're always about community and kind of sharing the things that they've learned. And I've seen simple shares of just a book to Clear, the whole new thing about the airports. You go to an airport, and if you have Clear, you can get through a lot quicker. So sometimes shares can be super simple. Sometimes shares can last for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes of really drilling down into a process or a structure or something that I implemented in my business that made my business go 10x or whatever the case is. So that share is an opportunity for you to be able to give, for you to be able to help everybody else by your experience. And because you've learned something, now it's your opportunity to be able to teach other people. The next thing I think is really important to be able to give advice is to know what they think their core genius is. So to answer that question, hey, what's your core genius? And because if I'm in the audience and I'm trying to give somebody, if I'm trying to be somebody's board of advisor and I don't know what they're good at, I don't know why they do what they do, it's hard for me to direct them in a path that I believe would be the best for them. And then lastly, which I believe is the most important part of any mastermind presentation, is your biggest challenge, your biggest opportunity, that one domino in your business that you believe, if you could solve this one problem, if I was a magic genie, I could solve this one problem for you in your business, you believe that domino would tip over other dominoes and we could, solve a lot of different problems in your business or in your life. Sometimes these things are life driven, and sometimes these things are not necessarily with your business, but most of the time it's within your business. So those 7 things, actually the 7th part of it is to leave time for the audience, to leave time for the group of advisors to be able to give you advice and ask you more clarifying questions about that problem. That piece, that vulnerability piece, is the most important part of the mastermind, and without it, you just went to a seminar. You just went to another place where you might have learned something, but you didn't really get to help anybody, and you really didn't get to get help on your own. So those 7 steps, make sure that last step is in there where you get to get live feedback from everybody. And during that live feedback, 3 things happen. People get encouraged because they think to themselves, hey, if Tom Olson is up there and he's got an issue, I'm not so bad. I thought that guy was perfect, and trust me, everybody, I'm not. I'm striving for good success every day, just like you are. But, people see me, and they see me in the front of a room, and they'll say, hey, like, man, he's got issues too, and I can be part of that solution. So people get encouraged because they get to see other people's problems, but they also get to help. They get to help you with, because they may have been through exactly what you're going through right now. And third of all, I've never seen a mastermind in which I didn't come away with $1 million idea, or I didn't have my problem solved by somebody else's presentation. So that's what a mastermind is. It comes from the book Think and Grow Rich. And I really honestly believe that once you find the right mastermind for you, it will change your life forever. So this is all I've got for today. My name is Tom Olson. Remember to live life on purpose, for a purpose, work to have to give. Have a good day.